Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us.
Okay. The first school that my son and daughter attended was St. Joseph Catholic School.
All right. Hold on. Before you go any further, you're Mr. Frank Walker.
That's right. My name is Frank Walker.
Okay, go right ahead now.
I'm going to give you a story of why I became a plaintiff that caused this Tigard and my son and daughter. My daughter entered Tigard in 1962, integrated Tigard, along with Gil Scott Heron and Gillard Glover. But first, as I said, they went to St. Joseph Catholic. And St. Joseph Catholic closed. And my son, Harold, and daughter, Madeline Carol Walker, was assigned to Lincoln School. Every night when they attended St. Joseph before it closed, they would have lessons to get. And after they spent one day at Lincoln School, they were sitting there. Time was they're supposed to be getting a lesson. I said, Madeline and Harold, why are you not getting your lesson? And Madeline said, Daddy, what we are having at Lincoln School, we completed those subjects at St. Joseph a year and a half ago. That let me know that our school was a year and a half behind the white schools. So my daughter integrated Tigard along with Gil Scott Heron and Gillard Glover in January the 25th, 1962. And when my daughter finished at Tigard, she was supposed to go to Jackson High. And my son finished at Alexander, that he integrated back in, when he was in the 6th grade. I said, Russell Rice Sr., when my son was supposed to go to Jackson Junior High, and my daughter was supposed to go to Jackson High, they resegregated them. And we had to go to court. The Judge Bailey Brown, he didn't usually hold court on a Saturday. So Senator Avon Williams was our attorney, NAACP attorney. So he got an appointment with Judge Bailey Brown in Memphis on a Saturday, which he doesn't hold court on Saturday. And Russell Rice Sr. was there, and the superintendent and all those. Russell Rice Sr. represented the school board. And Judge Bailey Brown said, Attorney, you know that schools was supposed to integrate back in 1954. He said, this is in the 60s, and you still haven't done it. He said, the children, I have their records. They were good students, and I can't see why you would allow 2 good students to go on and integrate the school, because it don't happen anyway. So he said, I'm going to make it, I'm going to give an injunction to you to tell you that these schools, Madeline should be allowed to go to Jackson High tomorrow morning, and her brother, Harold Walker, should be allowed to integrate Jackson Junior High. And that's how it happened. But they tried to send them back to to segregated school. That was Mary High and Mary Junior High. And so that's how they became students and integrated both schools.
Okay. All right.
And they both did
Once
fine.
both of your children, Harold and Madeline, integrated school, and you was working at Hollins at the time, is that correct?
Yeah.
Did Hollins fire you once they integrated schools?
No.
They did not. You continued to work.
Yeah, I continued to work until 64.
Okay. All right.
That's when they fired me when I walked picture at Miss Tennessee Pageant.
Okay.
And
All right.
my
So
supervisor that was one of the two that fired me had tears in his eyes when he shook hands with me.
okay, let's go back to so during the whole time that Harold, who was a classmate of mine at Jackson High School, because I was there,
Yeah.
you did not lose your job at Hollins downtown Jackson at that time. They didn't say nothing to you about it. Did they ever question you?
They didn't even question it at all.
Okay, but
And
then
finally, after he fired me, and Mr. Holland said,
okay, hold on. Let's get before you talk about getting fired at Holland. Let's talk about what led to you getting fired at Holland. You and 9 other black males did what?
man, who?
You and 9 other black males, did you all purchase some tickets to the Miss Tennessee pageant?
Yeah, from a white man that he was our friend.
Okay, so you
And then
purchased it
we
from
had
a friend.
Conversation with him.
Okay.
He said, I don't like the way our school system is running. I said, 10 of us need to get together and go and picket the Miss Tennessee pageant. He said, well, if that's all you want me to do, I'll get you 10 tickets. So I can't think his name now, but he got us 10 tickets. And meanwhile, that was on a Friday night. We integrated, we tried to integrate the Miss Tennessee pageant. Not integrated, but get schools to attend the Miss Tennessee pageant.
Okay.
And so that's on Friday night. And on Saturday I went out.
Now where was the Miss Tennessee pageant being held?
On Hayes Avenue. It's called Rock Stadium. It has a big flag window. It's T.R. White now.
Okay, the name of it now is T.R. White. So it was in the gym there where T.R. White is now.
And the big plate glass windows are still there.
Yes, sir. Gotcha. Right there on the corner.
We got it in front of the sidewalk there, and the people there was trying to not let us walk up, to where you walk up into the Rock. And so I guess they said they better leave us alone till the police got there. So we didn't get any farther than that. We were right out in front, and the big plate glass windows.
Right.
I was standing there, 9 of us, 10 of us. And I could see people, walk up to the window. People out hung draperies for the judges and the attorneys and the doctors and all.
The same people you hung drapery for is now pointing through the window
for those people
and said, "They're Frank. They're Frank here."
Look at that Frank Walker out there.
Trying to get in here where he can't get in. All right, so what happened?
Well, after we found out, it was raining.
Y'all was standing out in the rain.
We got wet. We said, well, they're not going to let us in. We made our part. It's going to be in the paper tomorrow, so we made our part.
Did the police ever come?
They came, yeah. Said, either y'all leave, or either we take y'all down to jail.
Okay, now hold on right there. You all just simply you had tickets. You had a legitimate reason to be there.
Right.
You wanted to go inside. It was raining. Everybody else is going inside.
Mayor George Smith walked right by us,
The mayor knew you was there.
On inside.
The mayor went on inside. He didn't even try to help you all out.
No, George Smith.
Okay, so the police came and gave you an alternative. You could either go home peacefully, or they were going to take you to jail.
We give you a ride to jail.
All right, and y'all decided to go home. You was already wet.
We made our point. It's going to be in the paper tomorrow, so
did they take pictures of you all out there doing that?
I don't know what they. I think they did. They didn't come out and do it. They might have did it from inside. They didn't come out in the rain.
Okay, but were you all in the paper the next day?
Oh yes, sir. We was in the paper.
Okay, all right. So you all did not see the photographer take pictures of you, but they did because you was in the paper.
Yeah, right.
All right. So then, now the next day, you got to report to Holland downtown where you did the draperies.
Yeah.
And so you went on to work.
Went on to work.
And so then what happened next?
On Saturday, they came out on the job where the drapery job I was hanging to make sure. I guess they said, well, this is gonna be his last drapery job for Holland because we're gonna fire him tomorrow.
All right.
And so they did. I told him, I said, I'm fixing to go on vacation to Milwaukee, Beloit, Wisconsin for 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks already built up.
Okay.
And I said, unless y'all fire me, I'll be back here to work. And they said, I guess we have to fire you. I said, I guess if you all didn't fire me as Mr. Holland asked you to, I said, I guess you'll probably get fired. She said, we probably would. And my immediate supervisor named Sam Thompson, and the other guy, Sam Thompson, was my supervisor of the drapery department.
Mm-hmm.
And my drapery department made more money for the store than a guy named Raymond Pulliam, who was the supervisor, well, in charge of the sales in the men's store. And I guess I told them I was not going to resign. And they said, well, both of them together said, I guess we have to fire you.
Okay, now, why, Mr. Walker, would you say that your department made more than any department? How did you know that and you were not the accountant for the department?
I used to clean up Hollands after it's 5 o'clock, after everybody had left.
And after everybody
left 14 years.
Okay.
And I had access to everything up here. I know exactly how much money each one of the supervisors made, or anybody else made.
Well, how
they
did
just left it out. They trusted me.
How did they? So they left the receipts out.
No, they didn't leave receipts out. They had it in a ledger, like how much, had the names of everybody, how much money they made from the top down to the main.
Okay, so what you did, you opened the ledger book and read it.
Yes, sir.
And so therefore, that's how you knew how much they took in every day.
Yeah, and I know that I made more than any of the other guys that were working there, other than the 2 supervisors.
Okay, and so now Mr. Holland,
$65 a week, but I made more than some of the guys made them.
So you was making $65 a week.
I found out that.
And Mr. Hollins didn't want to fire you. He put his 2 supervisors up to it.
Right.
And so then they called you in. You showed up, and you told them that, look, you're gonna have to fire me because I'm not going to resign.
Right.
And so they
and
said,
I went on my vacation.
Okay.
And
so when you come back off of vacation, you told them I'm gonna return to work.
I told them I would, unless they fired me.
Right, unless they fire you.
They fired me, and my supervisor of the drapery department named Sam Thompson. He shook hands with me and he cried. He had tears in his eyes when he cried. And the manager of the CME Publishing Company called me the next day and told me to come down to the CME Publishing Company. They had a job for me.
So the very next
after I got back off my vacation.
Very next day, the guy told you when you come off of vacation.
I said, I'll be back in 2 weeks. He said, okay, you do that.
You had a job when you returned.
Yeah.
So you went to the CME.
More money at the CME Publishing Company than I made it when I was in Holland.
So then God opened a door for you at CME Publishing House. Wasn't that on Lafayette?
Yeah, downtown.
Yeah, downtown Lafayette. So how did the guy?
I worked there 1 year.
Okay, but how did the guy know that you had lost your job?
Man, everybody.
It was in the paper and everywhere, wasn't it? So anyway, that's what made.
Frank Walker got fired, so he called.
Do you know whether it made?
When you come back off your vacation, come down here. He didn't say I want to try you out. He said I got a job for you.
Okay.
I'll make you more money than that to see me public company that I made when I was in Holland.
So God opened the door that you was making more than you was making at Holland.
So I worked at
and you went out all the time driving around hanging drapes. You was at the same place making more money.
Yeah.
Okay, now
here's the deal now. But when I got back, we printed all the church materials for the Methodist churches.
CME Church.
In and out of the cities and the states.
Okay.
And I would take it over to the post office and mail it for them. And Mr. F.T. Jeans was the secretary treasurer for the CME Publishing Company.
Mm-hmm.
He would go over there every month and pay off the bills, that we took for the post office to mail to all these different places. He came back one day, he said, Frank, he said, Mr. Jeans, the post office named Roy Gilbert. He said, Mr. Gilbert saw me in there paying the bill, and he told me that he been watching you coming in and out of the post office, bringing the printed material for the Methodist churches. He said, I like his character. I like the way he presents himself. He said, tell him that I want him to come to work tomorrow. And so I went over there and talked to him. He said, I want you to come to work tomorrow. I said, no. I said, I've been praying for this job for 10 years at the post office. I said, if you're going to ask me to come
So
to
now,
work,
hold on. You've been praying to go from the publishing house to the post
I
office.
prayed all while I was at Hollands for 10 years.
Oh,
but
you had been praying while you was at Holland that you wanted to go to the post office.
Yeah.
But God opened the door at the publishing house first.
Yeah.
Then he opened the door at the
and
post
all
office.
while I was at the publishing house, I was praying for that job year out there.
Okay.
And the postmaster said to me to come over my lunch hour. Mr. F.T. Jeans, he was the secretary treasurer of the publishing company. He said, Frank, he said, the postmaster wants you to come over here, he has a job for you. I said, Mr. Jean, I've been praying for a job for 10 years for the post office, even before I came to the publishing house. So I went over there. He said, we talked, you know. He said, he was sitting down. I said, Mr. Gilbert, I've been praying for a job here for 10 years. And he was sitting down. I said, but if you're going to ask me to come to work tomorrow, I'm going to have to turn it down. He was sitting down. He got up. Didn't you tell me that you've been praying for a job here for 10 years and you going to turn it down? I said, no, I'm not turning it down. I said, unless you give me 2 weeks, I give Dr. Carter 2 weeks notice. I said, I'll have to turn it down. And I told him why. I said, he gave me a job when I didn't have a job.
That's right.
I said, I need a job. And I just told you I've been trained for 10 years. He sat back down. Then he got up. He said, you know what? He said, I believe you'll make us a good employee. If you've been praying for 10 years, go on, take your vacation and come back down here. The job lasted 14 years and I retired in 1992.
You retired from the postal service.
Yeah.
In 19 what?
I got all kind of extra years. 1992.
92. So have you worked anywhere since 1992?
No, I hung drapes for different people. You know?
Okay, just kind of hung drapes on the side.
Yeah, on the side.
Okay, and how
old
are
about 5 years ago, I just decided I just go on the
you hung it up 5 years ago? Was the last time you hung some drapes?
Yeah.
Can you still hang some?
I would, you know, if
Okay, but I'm saying if someone had a job and they wanted you personally to hang it, you are how old now?
I'm 91. I'll be 92 the 24th of July.
But you know for a fact that right now, if I had some drapes for you to hang, me being a good friend of yours, you could hang them for me.
I could hang them, but I called my son. I told him how.
Call Harold. Harold.
He would come from Cordova, Tennessee, and help me with a job.
Okay, so Harold, your son, my classmate, my friend,
Yeah.
is in Cordova, Tennessee.
Right.
And so you taught him how to hang drapes.
Yeah.
So can he hang drape as well as you can?
Yep.
He can. So
I taught him.
You taught him, so you know that Harold can hang drapes.
Exactly.
Okay, so right now, if you really wanted to do a job, you would call him father and son would hang
I
it.
wouldn't take no big job.
You would take a big job, but Harold and you could do it.
Like those big houses on Northwood,
Right.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't do that.
Well, where did you learn how to hang drapes? Did you learn it by experience?
I learned how to hang drapes in my mother's house.
Okay.
My mother's and daddy's house.
Did they teach you, or you taught yourself?
They didn't. Nobody taught me. I just did it myself.
So once you
I
start
know
doing
the
it,
drapes need to go up on the window and how tall they need to be off the floor and how wide the windows were.
so you taught yourself.
Yeah.
No one told you that it needs to be so many inches from the ceiling, so many inches from the bottom. You just knew what looked right,
You're right.
and then you knew the width that you need to get.
Yeah.
So you did all your measuring. You didn't have to call Mr. Charlie to come measure for you.
No,
You did your own measuring.
Your own measuring.
Okay, all right. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
Oh, Doctor, let me see. Hold it there for a minute. Let me tell you something about the doctor, guy that had a big house.